We see that you guys are very interactive. Don't forget this is recorded, right? All right, so I am so excited to be up here on this stage. I'm super excited. Woo! I'm super excited to be here at Summit. I'm super excited to be here alongside this boss lady, mom boss, Miss Lori Stewart herself. People are excited, energized. All right, so I was thinking, okay, how am I going to open this up? I was like, all right, Lord, just give me a sign. He didn't for a while. But I got off the plane and it said, you belong here. I was like, they got it right. I was like, they should have put Artina. But it said, you belong here. And so I want you guys to be really, really present with us today because I know that in this room, there are two types of people. There's a group of you who feel like you don't deserve to be here. You feel like, you haven't really been working business the way you know you're supposed to. You've identified yourself as a hobby coach and you ain't even doing that. You're just not doing the crap. You're not doing the things, right? But then there's another group. Last year, you was like, okay, when I come back, I know I'm a coach now, but I'm a 15 star when I come back to Summit. You were like, I'm definitely going to be diamond. When June 6th came around, you was like, oh, I'm going to be diamond. And then you didn't. But it is okay because you are where you are supposed to be. And it's okay. So I don't want you guys to worry about what rank you missed or who didn't enroll or who said yes like 8 times and ain't like completed the share card. I don't want you to worry about the coaches that's not working. I don't want you to worry about your upline who ain't answered your phone call. Like, I don't want you to be worried about any of that. I just want you guys to be here. And then I really want to acknowledge those of you where it didn't come easy to be here. Like, I have 3 crumb snatches. So it was not easy for me to come here. So I know some of you had to get a babysitter. Yeah. Woo, we are kid free one more day. I can't say what I want to say, compliance. And then there's a group of you had to take off from work, right? You was like, please, Lord, do not, because I don't have to call in sick for like 5 days, right? And then there were some of you who had to convince your spouse that it was worth the time and the money for you to come here. And some of you had to convince yourself it was worth the time and the money to come here. But you guys are here. That alone just shows that you are truly a boss in your own right. And I think that some of the things that hold us back from those things is what we're going to talk about today. So self-limiting belief, the lies that we repeatedly tell ourselves over and over again that are not true. They hold us back from being our best selves. They constrain us in a way that prevent us from taking risks. And it's something you believe to be true about yourself, about others, about the world around you that limit you in some way. But it's a lie. So let's make sure we know all that. It is a lie. And then for some, that belief keeps you, again, stuck from taking chances. It keeps you away from, almost keeps you blind from the opportunities in your path. And then they keep you stuck in this real negative mindset where you're not able to see the good in like anything. Tony Robbins has a quote that says, beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. Humans have the awesome ability to take any experience of their lives and create a meaning, one that either disempowers them or can literally save their lives. And that's kind of like this business. You have the opportunity to see this business, the beauty for what it is. You have the opportunity to do something with it, something that your children can be proud of, your children's children can be proud of, you can be proud of, or you can let that negative self-talk, those limiting beliefs we're going to talk about today, hold you hostage, okay? So now, this is not the Lori and Artina show, even though I sometimes think that. And we want you guys to make sure, you're participating because it ain't about us. It's about you guys. So we're going to kick it off next with Lori.
All right, you guys. So I want to know who all heard Rachel Hollis speaking yesterday. Raise your hand. Okay. so now that I know your arm works, I expect you to participate in our next activity. So have you guys ever thought, I want to ask you, I want you to be open-minded when you're thinking this, and this is not to call you out, but it's to let you know that a lot of these things that you're feeling are normal. It's probably more common than what you think, and they're also things that I felt as well. So raise your hand if you ever thought, I'm not qualified to be a coach because I'm too shy or introverted. You guys, that was me. I was an accountant before I did this, and I chose that career for a reason. I didn't have to talk to people. Because had I ever known I would ever be asked to get on stage, I would have never joined, even for the discount. Okay? What if you are one of those that said, I'm not qualified to be a coach because I'm too old? No one's going to want to work with me. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe you're one of those that says, I'm not qualified to be a coach. I'm too young. Who's going to take me seriously right outside of high school? I'm just going to college. But you guys, there's 18-year-olds every single day who are killing it in life. It just depends on where you're at. Now, this is one that I hear constantly. It's one that I had personally. Have you ever thought, I'm not qualified to be a coach because I'm not at my goal weight, I'm not fit enough. Who's gonna want me as their coach? A lot of us. Now, have you ever thought, I'm not qualified to be a coach. My life is too boring to share. That's me, but a whole lot of y'all follow me. I don't know. Now, have you ever thought, I'm not qualified to be a coach. I am not tech savvy. I don't know how to do those Instagram stories where you put the little things on them and make the videos. I don't know how to make cool little graphics. Yeah? Have you ever thought, I'm not qualified to be a coach. I'm not worthy of success. That's normal. So you guys, there's a lot of different beliefs that we have. And so we're going to go through some techniques to help you guys understand not only what they are, but how to relate to them. But we have a few more questions for y'all.
Okay, now some of y'all ain't raised your hand at one time. And I know some of those relate to you, so we're going to start over, but with some different questions, okay? Now, how many of you felt like I'd be more successful if I had more followers? Y'all, I graduated from a class of 60. 52 with those. Anybody else? No, I graduated from a class of 60. And you guys, people may not be following you now, but they will. There will be people who you don't even know yet. That's going to take your life and your business to the next level. So again, that's a lie. Some of you have felt I'd be more successful if I had more experience. Experience in what? Everything. And I say that because you need more experience on being you. Because you're, she said, yeah. Lord have mercy. You guys, as I tell my coaches, you are your brand. Your testimony, your experiences, things that no one else has been through but you. That is your brand. There's no practice for that. You don't need to be experienced on how to be you. But then when we think about the business, we have 411, we have the Champions page, we have FAQ, we have YouTube, you have your coach, y'all, come on. We have so much stuff literally given to us on a silver platter. It is like, here, go work out and post about it, please. You don't know how to? Go into Champions page. There's so many videos showing you what to do. So if you feel like you're not experienced, that's a lie too. How many of you felt like I'd be more successful if I had more money and more time? Woo! Oh, money. You guys, don't allow the reason you came into this business, don't allow those excuses to keep you away from why you joined in the first place. Don't allow your excuse of money to keep you from doing the things that's going to get you more money. Don't allow time to be the excuse you don't work your business when you join so that you can have time to do the things that you want to do, the things that you love to do, not what you always have to do for money, right? I like this group. Some of you feel like I'll be more successful if I were already at my goal weight. Similar to what Lori was saying. You guys, this business is about the journey. Some of y'all are confused in that. I'll start posting when I lose just 10 more. Okay, but you lost 2 already, right? We need to be telling somebody about it. People don't relate to perfection. People relate to you saying that I am struggling, I went to Chick-fil-A today, Zach, my car just rolled up in Zaxby's, I don't know what happened, but Monday is a new day. So make sure that at 2 pounds that you've lost, at your clothes fit a little loosely, you sleeping a little better, bowels a little bit better, right? Make sure that you're showing that, all right? You don't have to be there. You want people to see the real, the raw, the good, and the bad, so they can say, Dad, I remember when she was, right? Now, how many of you thought I'd be more successful had I come into the business like a long time ago? Like, yay, way back then. You guys, there are people turning 18 every day. There are people, amen. There are people completing 80-day session and getting pregnant every day. Not me. Right? There are people every day losing their jobs. There are people every day going into a doctor's appointment, right? And finding out something, that could have been maybe prevented due to health, wellness, exercise. So many people don't even know about Team Beachbody. Like, ain't never heard of it at all. I know, because I'll be like, you don't know Sean. See, they're like, no, don't know. Right? And then there's so many people that know about us, they assume they know about us, and they may have been invited like 10 times, but they ain't been invited by you. Correct? Okay. Now, how many of you feel like I'd be more successful if I lived in Florida? Now, I know that's not on there. You guys, it doesn't really matter because there's going to be someone that relates to you not having all the seasons. There's going to be someone that relates to you not being able to get in the car and drive to the beach. Those are your people. Get together, make your money so you can go to Florida. All right? And then some of you feel like I'd be more successful if I didn't have to work a 9 to 5. How many felt that way? Well, do the stuff you're supposed to do so you can quit your job and you don't have to work the 9 to 5. Like, I literally don't have nothing else to say about that. No, like, for real, I'm moving on. So, I mean, that's just what it is. Get to work, right? Now, this is not on here. We kind of put this in here, but I want to go back to feeling like the business is oversaturated. It makes you just kind of feel like, well, this person's doing this. Everybody knows. You guys don't need 100 people to build a successful business. You do know that, right? We'll talk about that some other time. Hit me up on Facebook. You don't need all that. Some of you feel like, well, if I had kids, my business would be booming. Okay, there's a lot of people out there don't have kids, they don't want them, right? I was just having fun. But then there are some people, for whatever reason, they aren't able, and guess what? Those are your people too. Don't think because, she has, 3 or 4 kids, 6 kids, she want to be like you. Right? For the most part. So keep in mind that wherever you are, there's somebody else just like you. Just like you. And then last year I kind of talked about ain't no black people. That was my thing last summer, right? That was my limiting belief. But then I was like, well, I'm just gonna go find them. They're out there, right? But some men may feel like I'd be more successful if I was a woman. Because Rachel Hollis wasn't talking to me when she said, who run the world, right? Sorry. But that's your power. That's your power. I know Lori was saying that her limiting belief, she was shy, which I don't know how because she talks a lot to me.
But when I started this business 7 years ago, I was different. I was way different. I was very quiet. I was very introverted. And honestly, I didn't even know that that's what it was. I didn't know that that was my limiting belief. But that's what we're going to help you figure out. But you guys, I was so quiet that I never made videos. This was prior to Snapchat and Instagram, in case you follow me, that I didn't talk. I never even made a training video. 2 years into the business, we got our diamond reports that we normally get monthly. So when you hit diamond, you'll get those. And it said that we were the number 3 team in the network. I called them and I said, hey, you guys, I think you've got the wrong person. You need to recount your numbers. I was serious. Because not only was I quiet, a limiting belief I had was that I wasn't a leader. Like, I never even made a training video. How are we here? So your beliefs are going to also change through time. So we're going to talk about some of that you got to become comfortable getting uncomfortable. And I worked on that. But because my belief was my leadership, I started to focus so much on that. And then what happened? I gained back all the weight that I had lost initially when I joined the company, and then some. So then what happens? So then we have to refocus and we have to commit to getting through this. And we're going to help you guys with some steps on how to do that. Now, obviously I lost the weight and I got back on track, but it does take some work. But the first step to doing that is identifying what your limiting beliefs are. And you might not even realize that you have them. So I want you guys to picture that we have this box up here. And the box says it's 100 pounds. And I'm going to ask you to come pick it up and move it.
That's too heavy.
So most people be like, listen, you may have got muscles, go get them. Like, no, go pick it up. But what happens is that we think that we can't even lift it up, not even knowing that the box is empty. So before you've even attempted to try to move it, you've already told yourself you can't do it. And that's what happens with these beliefs that we have, is that we don't even realize that we have them, and then we're already telling ourselves that we can't do something that we don't even recognize that we have. So we want to go through some steps with you guys, not only help you figure out what these are, but then how to overcome them.
Well, before we move on to that, I think that the most challenging thing with limiting beliefs is that they're buried so deep into our consciousness that we don't even know we have. We be like, why is this happening to me? And then there's this negative cycle, this pattern, this cycle that continues and continues, which is like self-sabotage, right? But it's not until we take a step back and we're like, okay, could my business be going the way that it's going because of my mindset? Instead of blaming what she didn't do or what they didn't do or they didn't complete the enrollment, like, where does it start from? It starts from you. So it's not until we take that step back and we start to say, okay, life may not just be happening to me, because life is happening to everybody, like, not just you. So you have to stop playing victim and kind of just say, there's a problem here, and acknowledge it. So what I want to go over is the steps to overcoming this. The number one step is clearly identifying them. So what we're going to do is a little free writing. I want you guys to get out a piece of paper and pen. I know you take your pictures. Can somebody take a picture of me real quick? I'm just kidding. No. Get out a pen and paper, right? And we're going to do some free writing, really quick. And I don't want you guys to really think a whole lot about it. I just want you to start writing. And while you're writing, I want you to understand that only you can control you. Sometimes we get it mixed up. We think that because of what somebody else said or didn't do, this is why this is happening. Only you control you. So we're going to go through, and I want you to write down whatever comes to mind, okay? You ain't got to be thinking, you don't have to write a dissertation, a paragraph, just write whatever comes to mind. So the first thing, I am afraid that. What are you afraid of in this business? Just write it down, free writing. Some of y'all thinking too much already. What are you afraid of? The second thing is, I am not qualified to be a coach because of age, no selling experience, even though we don't sell, we are our brand, right? What is it that you feel makes you not qualified to be a coach? The third thing is, I'd be more successful if what? Just think about it. What is that thing, the first 2 or 3 things that come up in your mind? I'd be more successful if. Keep writing. The second thing is, you have to ask yourself, why do I even feel this way? Was it something that someone said to you? Something that a parent or a spouse or your kids, because they will tell the truth. They will hurt your feelings. Is it something that they said? Well, Mom, how are you going to do that? And you, what happened? Is it something that happened in your childhood? Like, you really have to take a step back and take a little audit over your thinking. Take a little audit on why is it that I feel this way. Remember, everything that you're feeling that is keeping you back like that, it's a lie. All right, so we're going to move on to the third thing, and I'm going to let Lori take over that.
So what we want you guys to work on is how to turn your mess into a message. So I'm going to use the example of the weight issue. Now, if you guys have ever watched a sports game, do you enjoy cheering them on during the game, or do you just want to cheer them on when they win the championship? It's more exciting to cheer them on when they're winning, supporting them even when they're losing. And that's the same thing with your weight loss journey. You don't want to just show up at the end and be like, hey, I lost the weight, but a lot of us do. But when you show up during the mess, it becomes a message to show others that you can do the hard things. They can see you showing up even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't want to do the work. But they think, okay, well, if she can do it, then I can do it. So it's hard for these beliefs to have power over you when you already put them out there, when you're already talking about it. And so then what happens is it allows you to become stronger in the situation. All right, so the next one is how to shift your mindset and rewrite those beliefs. So I'm going to continue to use these examples that we have been using. So in order to break these old habits, we're creating new ones. And so with the weight loss, for example, we don't go into 21-day fix thinking, all right, well, we're just going to do this for 21 days and stop. No, the point of that is 21 days makes a habit. But we're not just making habits, we're creating changes, lifestyle changes, and that's the same with your mindset. So with every limiting belief, you're going to rewrite that and think of it in another way. So instead of saying, I can't be successful, I have too much weight to lose, nobody's going to want me as their coach, you're going to stop and you're going to say, no, I'm going to be a great coach, and everyone's going to want me because I showed up when it was hard. I showed up and I chose a salad when I went to a pizza party because I had goals that I wanted to hit. Now, I'm not saying you can't eat pizza because obviously you do, but what I'm saying is your new message to yourself is, I don't feel that hold on, let's start over. I don't feel I can be successful because of the weight, but I was inspired by someone else's story. So now I want to be a light to someone else to show them that they can do it as well. Okay? So now, what do we do next? We repeat. Retrain your brain on how to continue doing this going forward. Because if you guys didn't know, life happens. You're human. You're going to have 6 coaches, 2 emeralds, and you're going to be like, I'm almost a diamond. Then what happens? An emerald quits. 3 of those people are like, I'm not feeling this anymore, and everyone drops. And you're like, am I meant to do this? Or let's say, one bad day turns into a bad week that turns into a way bad couple months. And the next thing you don't know where you're at. It's gonna happen. So the point is you have to know how to retrain your brain so that when these experiences come up, you know how to correct them. So the first part is doing your personal development. And we talk about this being a vital behavior because just as an organ is vital for your body to function, personal development is vital for your business. It's vital for your mindset. It helps not only how you respond, but how you will react to any situation that goes on. Then we want you to get out some way that you can rethink this so that when these situations come up, you have a new habit that has gone over from the old one. So, for example, you're going to want to put up some sticky notes to say, whatever that goal is that you have. So, for example, when our team was running for Superstar Diamond, I had a little sticky note on my computer every day reminding me that that's what it was. One of my favorite ones is that I use it as a password to remind myself every day what it is that I'm putting these positive affirmations into my head. So it says, I am not telling you my password.
What can't say? You are bad. I can't say.
So the point is, we want you guys to understand that we have these beliefs, and then we want to recognize them, and then we're going to work on how to rethink, and now we're going to work on the other steps to create confidence so that you can get through these going forward.
I like that. My dad always says, new level, new devil. So don't think just because you in this little presentation, you're going to get to diamond, no more limiting beliefs. They will come back. And sometimes they come back stronger at 2-star, at 5-star, in your personal life. So it's very, very important that not only do you identify and you kind of go along the things we're telling you today, but you follow these next steps. So the first one is to find like-minded people. And that goes a little bit of, beyond find someone that has the same goals as you. But when it comes to limiting beliefs, if you know someone that is like bossing up in their business and they are not at their goal weight, and you aren't either, but you're over there telling yourself you can't, that's the one you need to connect with. You need to connect with the people who are moving in the direction that you're trying to go. So if your success partner is a negative Nancy and a petty Betty, and she has just as much self-limiting beliefs as you guys need to have a sit down, right? A little intervention, and if she's not on board, you gotta let her go. You gotta surround yourself around people that's gonna force you to level up, all right? The second thing is you gotta stay on top of personal development. You guys are always looking for the secret. I remember as a new coach, I would get on a team call, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be good right here. She about to tell me how to really do this. And then she says, you gotta do your personal development. But you guys, it is the lifeline to your business. We're all trying to go somewhere that we've never been before, but we can't get there with the same mindset we have now. And most of these limits and beliefs that you have, it's just all mindset, right? With personal development, far too often in this business, we have the Beachbody Book of the Year. Everybody's reading it, right? So you feel like you gotta read it. That may not be your book. You have to find what is for you. If your limits and belief is self-esteem, confidence, leadership, time management, something in your personal life, that's the book you need to be trying to read, okay? And then a tip for you is when you go through the book, read it again, like 2 or 3 times. Because you may be in a different position to receive a different message than you did the first and the second time. But you gotta dig into personal development. If you don't, the limits and beliefs will come and will eat you dry. The third thing is get comfortable being uncomfortable. I saw something on Instagram that says, find your comfort zone and then you gotta go. You gotta leave. You gotta start doing the things that scare you. For me, I can post all day. But boy, that follow-up, I'm like, oh my God, they responded. I gotta go back and follow up. You gotta do the things that scare you. She's like, she knows what I'm talking about. You gotta do the things that scare you, the things that make you feel like, oh, that gut, that feeling in your gut, that's like the universe, God telling you to boss up. It's saying that I have greater plans for you, and these things are holding you back. Remember, beliefs have the power to create and the power to destroy. All right? So, number 4, set yourself up for a win every single day. Now, every day is not going to be a get it done, make it happen in my best life. It's not going to be that day every single day. But just the fact that you got out of bed and you pressed play and you had to shake, that may be enough. Because sometimes you got to focus on you. You got to take care of you before you can take care of everybody else. Okay? Did I say everybody? South Carolina. You have to set yourself up for that win every single day. And then number 5,
Help out your team. Everybody thinking, but I don't have a team, that's why I'm in here. You do. You have a team. We are Team Beachbody. You have a coach, and if your coach isn't working, they have a coach. And there is a diamond or a star diamond somewhere that you can reach out to above you to say, hey, I need to be part of your team page. Hey, can I help out on a team call? But if you're like, I don't know what to talk about, neither did I. That's why I didn't make a training video for 2 years. But what I finally started to do was, okay, who do I respect in the company? Whose leadership do I follow? Who do I connect to? And I went and found them on YouTube, and I watched the videos, and I thought, oh, okay, I have a training now. And I regurgitated that back to my team. You can help out in challenge groups. You can comment and respond. You can do all the things that your coach probably does in your own team page. And then what happens? Once you have a team of your own, you're already comfortable figuring out what to do with it and how it works. So number 6 is cultivate consistency. And that's not just with our business, that's with our daily life. That's doing your workout, start to finish. Be the coach that you want to attract. Drink your shake every single day. That's what it's for. You want to do your personal development every day. So when you create this consistency, people trust you. They say, I can go to you because you showed up even when it was hard. You shared that mess that you were in, so I know that when times get hard, you're not just going to leave me dry. You're going to create a confidence in yourself to know I can do this and other people are going to come to me for help. Number 7, dress for the part. Now I told you guys I worked at an accounting job prior to this. Now, if I wanted to just stay as an accounting clerk, I could have come in every day and just worn my jeans and flip-flops like everybody else did. It was a casual dress code, but I didn't want to be just an accounting clerk. I wanted to grow and advance. So I dressed for the part. I would look at who was ahead above me to see what are they doing? What are the things that they're wearing? You know, how are the personalities that they're acting towards my team members? And I did the same things. And that's the same within your business. So think to yourself, do you wake up every day? Do you think like an elite coach would? Do you show up even when you don't feel like it? Do you do those early mornings when you think, I don't have any other time in my day, but that's the only time I can fit it in? When I started, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I was so uncomfortable talking to people. But I had an amazing coach, and so I thought, what would Danielle do? What would Danielle say? Let me just act like she would. Let me just think like she would. How would she respond? And that helped me to become more confident because until I could find my own, I just followed the path. And number 8, I want you guys to shift to an equality mentality. A lot of times people look at us and they're like, oh my gosh, can we take a picture? And it's just like, yes, it's awkward. But you guys, because we're no different. Like, we are seriously just as hot mess as you are. I'm so unorganized. I'm late to everything. I have note cards and I don't even know what's on them. So, we are just the same as you are. We are no more special, we are no more talented, but we have a belief and we really go with it. We work hard, and you can too. So I'm gonna leave you guys with a quote. I want you guys to know that that's why I got no cards. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person that you are. You are here for a reason. You deserve to be here. Someone is waiting for you to share your mess. Someone is waiting for you to get through that limiting belief. Someone is waiting for you to reach out. Someone is waiting for you to take the step up so that they can change their life. And by you not doing that, you're holding back on giving someone else the opportunity of change. So, what we're here trying to help you do is figure out what those beliefs are, know how to correct them, and overcome them, creating more confidence, because you have a job to do. And we're gonna help you get to that next level.
We got a job to do. The first job before you guys leave is I want you guys to take that paper, the one you wrote on, I'm afraid of, I'd probably be more successful if. You got the paper, take it out your book bag. I know.
Take it out.
And rip that sucker up because it is a lie. It is not for you. It is meant to hold you back. You are meant for greater. You are deserving. You are capable.